Welcome back to another episode of Delicious Holiday Edition. I'm going to be adapting a traditional South African dessert into a Thanksgiving masterpiece, and it is going to blow pumpkin pie out of the water. So let's get started. I've tried to dumb down this recipe as much as possible, and so I have bought pie crusts because you can't mess up a pie crust. We're going to bake this in the oven at 375 degrees for 6 minutes. These are just graham crackers, so we all like a good graham cracker crust. So we're going to bake this for 6 minutes in the oven, and then we're going to start making our custard on the stove. Our custard is very much like a creme pâtissière. For this recipe, you're only going to need a few simple ingredients: milk, cornstarch, cinnamon sticks, sugar, all-purpose flour, vanilla essence, a can of pureed pumpkin, ground cinnamon, eggs, butter, and of course, your pie crusts. We're going to bake our pie crust in the oven for 6 minutes at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. For the custard, you're going to need a medium saucepan or pot, and this is going to go on top of your stove. We're going to add 2 1/4 cups of milk, a stick of cinnamon, and 2 tablespoons of butter. And we're going to place that onto a medium heat and let that scald. In a second bowl, we're going to be mixing together our sugar. So that's a 1/2 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of flour, 3 to 4 tablespoons of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract or essence, 2 whole eggs, and then we're going to whisk. And you want it to be nice and smooth and creamy in texture. And it really is all in the wrist. Here's another great tip. Always whisk in the same direction. That is looking oh so smooth. And there you have it. Smooth batter. And so this is where we are. We've got our crusts, the mixture that we're going to be adding to our beautifully boiled milk, butter, and cinnamon. I have removed my milk from the heat, and I'm just going to take out the cinnamon stick. So we're just going to add that in. There you go. Beautiful, nice and creamy. So I'm placing this back on the heat now for about 5 to 6 minutes. And I want that to thicken, but you have to continue to whisk so that no lumps form. You are going to be thickening this milk now, and you'll be making your very own custard. Well, I've been whisking it, and look how beautiful, thick and smooth that is. Absolutely delicious. But how are we going to turn this into Thanksgiving? A can of pureed pumpkin. So here we go. Place some pumpkin into this. I'm not going to put the whole can in yet. Whisk this in and then give it a taste. Don't want to overpower it, but I definitely want it to be beautiful pumpkin flavor for this Thanksgiving. All right, let's give this a taste. Look at that, beautiful and smooth. That is very good. I'm not going to add any more pumpkin. So I almost added an entire can. There's about, a very, very large tablespoon left in the bottom of this can. So I wouldn't suggest using the entire can, but almost the whole can is just perfect. So we're just going to pour this into our pie crust. That looks amazing. Fill it up perfectly. nice and neat. Take some ground cinnamon. I'm just going to flick that over the top and sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. And there you have it, the most delicious pumpkin milk tart. And all that's left to do is just put it in the fridge and leave it for the next 12 hours or overnight, and cut and serve cold. And enjoy.